Today we are chatting holiday sewing projects. If you're new here, I am Sydney. I am a sewing enthusiast. I make sewing patterns, tutorials, vlogs, and today I have put together a list of sewing projects for the holidays that I think you should make. Some are decor, some are home goods, some are gifts, a little bit of everything. I've also included a mix of paid patterns and free tutorials. Most of these honestly are free, but they're all from small businesses, most of which are women-owned, which we love to support. So get your notebooks out and let's dive in. We're gonna start with some home decor. We're starting with stockings. The first pattern on the list is the Jaunty Boot quilted stocking from Daisy Chain Patterns. It's a quilted stocking with a little bit of a Western twist, which I love. Another quilted stocking option, which is free, is this tutorial from Susie Quilts, which you'll see Susie Quilts on this list a bunch. She has a ton of great free projects and patterns for home decor, some of which are specifically Christmas, like these stockings, some of which are just generally cute projects. I also found a cute Christmas stocking guide from Rooney Sewing, which has a quilted option, but you could also not quilt them if you're not interested in that. Any of these patterns would make cute stockings for your own family. You could make them for gifts for other people, family members, whoever. Another great Christmas decor thing to sew are Christmas tree skirts. I have my own pattern for Christmas tree skirts, which is called the Connie tree skirt pattern. It's quilted and has a wavy scalloped edge. You can finish it with bows or buttons. Comes in 4 different sizes. They're kind of addicting to make. I've made a lot of them. I'm going to be giving a lot away to family members this year. And I've also included on the list the scalloped tree skirt pattern from Madswick. It also has those wavy edges, but it's a bit of a different vibe, right? Different construction, has those pie shapes, super cute. And if you're looking for more Christmas decorations to make, you could make fabric ornaments. There are so many different types of fabric ornaments that you can make. I just found 3 tutorials, but truly I could have put hundreds on this list. One that I thought was really cute are Scandinavian stars. The specific tutorial on the list is from Crafting a Rainbow, but if you just Google Scandinavian star tutorial, there are a bunch of them that will pop up. I love that these look like little quilted stars. They're very like crafty folk art, which is obviously what I love, and they seem pretty easy to make. I definitely want to do those this year. I also found a tutorial for fabric tree ornaments from Bethany Lynn Makes. I see her tutorials all the time. She does great stuff, and honestly these ornaments could be used for other things besides ornaments. I've also included these fabric star ornaments from Susie Quilts again. I love that these are the traditional ball shape of a Christmas tree ornament, but they're fabric-y and quilty, and all of these are great scrap busters as well. And I think a lot of these would be fun to make with kids too. If your kids are interested in sewing, mine are not, but if yours are, they could be fun crafts to make with kids. Another project that I really want to do is a mini wall quilt. This could of course be Christmassy, or it could just in general be a cute thing to have around your house. In fact, I want to make a mini wall quilt to put up on my fireplace right here. It's been on my project list for a while. I need to get to it. 3 projects that I think would be really cute as mini wall quilts. First is the Hurry Home quilt block from Spaghetti Western Sewing. I think this would be so cute, specifically in a Christmassy way. And then I found 2 Christmas applique patterns from It's All in the Stitch. The first one is the Christmas Village applique pattern, which is similar to the Hurry Home block, but it's applique, so it's obviously different. And this is much more of a Christmassy scene, although I do think it could work year round. And then there is the Christmas Ornaments applique pattern, which is much more Christmassy, but very cute. I also think that these would make great gifts. Holiday garlands would be a super fun project and very beginner friendly. I found this fabric paper chain garland, which looks like the traditional paper chain garland, right? But it's made out of fabric, so it's reusable and washable and all of that stuff. This specific tutorial I found was part of a 30-day holiday DIY roundup from Oblivion. There's a lot of other tutorials if you just Google paper chain fabric. And then of course, it would also be really easy to just make a very simple bunting out of fabric. This is another one that there are a gazillion tutorials on, but I found this specific one from Handmade by Autumn was really straightforward and easy to follow if you are a beginner. And another idea for garland would be to make fabric ornaments, whether it's the tree ornaments that we talked about or the Scandinavian stars, the fabric stars. Those could all just be strung together as a garland, which I think would be super cute. Pot holders would be a really great thing to make for Christmas or year round. There are a lot of simple basic patterns like this free pot holder pattern from Closet Core Patterns. You could easily make these holiday adjacent by using holiday fabrics or red and green fabrics, whatever. Or I really love this quilted lattice pie pot holder pattern, that's a mouthful, from Stacy Lee. And I think the pie look of it makes it even more Christmassy to me. This would be such a cute gift for like neighbors. If you brought them a little pie pot holder and maybe a baked good that you made, I think you'd win Neighbor of the Year award. In that same vein, reusable bowl covers is something that I have been wanting to make forever. I make a lot of bread and I usually just cover the bowl while it's rising with like saran wrap or cloth, but I really want to make some of these bowl covers. There again are a lot of tutorials for these. I found this specific one from Tidbits and Company. I think it was really thorough, easy to follow. I will for sure be making some of these. Advent calendars are really cute and fun to make. There is a free tutorial again from Susie Quilts. It looks pretty straightforward. It has pockets for each day so you can put little treats and presents in there. A very scrappy project you could take on are pine sachets. They're like little pocket pillows full of pine needles. I think you can also put other things like cedar or lavender or potpourri or whatever you want inside of the sachets and keep them in drawers or cupboards or whatnot to have everything smelling nice and fresh. I found a tutorial from Cavender Diary that talks about reusing pine needles that have fallen from wreaths and sewing up sachets with them using scrap fabric, which I think is a win-win. Something that I've seen all over the place lately are quilted door bows. Lindsay Grace Creates has a pattern for this. Again, I think this is something that could be made for either year-round decor or specific holidays, but definitely for Christmas. I think this would be a very fun project. Last few home decor ideas. A table runner would be so fun to make. Honestly, you could basically take any quilt pattern and make it into a table runner if you just change the dimensions. But Susie Quilts has a specific table runner pattern called the Noel table runner. I also think the Hurry Home quilt block would be a really cute table runner. But if you don't want to quilt and you want to do something extremely simple, I found a tutorial for this scalloped table runner by Treehouse Threads. And it's basically just fabric with rickrack on the sides, which would be a very quick project and very simple. In that same vein, quilted placemats would be really easy and fun and good practice if you're wanting to get into quilting or into patchwork, where you don't have to make a giant blanket, a giant table runner, a giant bow. You could just make a placemat, or a few, I guess. A set of placemats. Again, you could make any quilt block into placemats, but I also found this scalloped placemat tutorial by Messy Jessie that has a little bit of a more unique shape if you're looking for something that's not just a rectangle. And finally, quilted coasters. This is something that I also think that I really want to make. Once again, any quilt block could be made into a coaster, but I did find a Sawtooth Star coaster pattern from The Weekend Quilter that look very cute. And then I also found some round coasters that is a free pattern from Joe, June, and May, and I think those are very cute as well. I also think coasters would be a really cute neighbor gift. Like if you did a little pack of coasters that you made with some like hot chocolate mix and marshmallows and candy canes, that could be a really cute neighbor gift, teacher gift, friend/acquaintance gift. It's like not super personal, but very cute. I love. Okay, it's time to get into gifts, and obviously any of these things you could make for yourself as well, but I think these projects make really good gifts. Sort of obvious, but popular for a reason are bags. There are so many good bag patterns out there. Two that I've made many times, which you may know, are the Crosstown Crescent bag from Grace So Makes. And Grace has a ton of bag patterns. The Crosstown Crescent was her first one, but since she has launched, I think 2 or 3 others that are really cute. There's also the Bestie bag from Blackbird Fabrics, which I've personally made many times. I actually have a video tutorial for it on my channel if you want to watch that. I love both of those bag patterns because they're simple, beginner friendly for the most part. Maybe experienced beginner is how I'd rate them, but pretty much anybody could use a bag. Male, female, older people, younger people, everyone loves a bag. And if you're looking for a bag that has a little more something to it, I love the Wavelength bag from Talia's Threads. This pattern is definitely a showstopper. I feel like if you gifted that to somebody for the holidays, you would be the hero of Christmas. I do love a statement bag, specifically a bow bag. They're very popular, again, for a reason. 2 bow bag patterns that I would recommend. First, Small Museum has a bow bag pattern, or she will have one very soon. I think she's a week or 2 away from launching it, so keep an eye out for that pattern. And then a little more low-key of a bow bag is the Slouchy bow bag pattern from Faye Studios. This is more of a basic tote bag with bows on it. That is, of course, very cute as well. And then if you were looking for a gift for somebody somebody who is also crafty, you could make a project bag for them. I think this would particularly be great for knitters or crocheters, fiber arts, anybody who has a lot of little crafty items they need to carry around with them. And a project bag that I have heard a lot of good things about is the Lil Bucky bag from Layla Makes, which is a free pattern, which we love. All right, bag adjacent, there are a lot of different types of pouches and cases that you could make as gifts. Dop kits are super duper popular because you could use them for a bazillion things. Heitka Studios has a dop kit pattern, which they have a lot of patterns for pouches and bags and things like that, but I have heard good things about this dop kit in particular. But if you're looking for a basic free tutorial for a dop kit, Bay Hill Studios does have a tutorial that I found. And then kind of adjacent to this is the Vera hair tool bag from Sunday Sewing Club. It looks kind of similar to the other dop kit patterns and tutorials, but it has inner pouches and is specifically made to carry hair tools, which I think is fun, especially if you were gifting somebody a hair tool for Christmas. You could also make a case for it. That would be really fun. If you're looking for a more basic pouch, Rosie Caldwell has a quilted toiletries bag, which Rosie Caldwell is another pattern maker who has a ton of bag, pouch, case patterns. That's kind of her specialty. So I would check her out if that's your thing. Or Susie Quilts has a very, very basic beginner-friendly zipper pouch tutorial. And then I found these really fun zip around pouches from Sweet Cinnamon Roses, which are these cute little like clamshell circular pouches that I am obsessed with. I definitely want to make some for myself, but I also think those would be great gifts for kids too. Kids always have the most random trinkety crap that they carry around everywhere, and I think they love a little zipper bag. Similar to bags and pouches, we have book sleeves. Rosie Caldwell, again, has a really great quilted book cover pattern. If there's a reader in your life, I think that would be a great project to make for them. And if you're looking for a super basic free tutorial for that, I did find a video tutorial from Regine Lee Creations. I also think a glasses case or cover would be a really, really fun thing to make for somebody, whether it's somebody who wears glasses, has a lot of sunglasses. I just think it's a really useful gift. I found this Sunny Glasses pouch tutorial from Ma Tante Quilting, and it looks really similar to a Vera Bradley sunglass case that I have and love, and honestly I need more of them for my different pairs of glasses. Fun fact, I do wear glasses. Okay, there are a few cute accessories that I think are great gifts, scrunchies being one of them. Scrunchies have kind of had a moment over the last few years, especially like really big fluffy scrunchies, but for a reason. They're so cute. I love a big scrunchie. Squiggle scrunchie from Carmen Christine would be a great pattern to use for that, or the fluffy scrunchie from Alexa Kari Designs. Either of those two patterns would make very cute gifts. And if you're looking for a free tutorial, I did find an Instagram reel from Bailu Moffat where she runs through the process to make a double-sided fluffy scrunchie. A project that I really want to make for myself and will potentially be making them for gifts is a winter hood. The Audrey hood pattern from Merchant & Mills is one that I've heard about a lot and would really like to make for myself and others. Or there is the Pearl headscarf by Spaghetti Western Sewing, which is a free pattern and also looks very cute. Both of these are very like Stregonona vibes, which I would like to emulate more. Last couple recommendations, pajama pants are always a great hit for holiday gifting or just making some for yourself. My Lane pants pattern make really great pajamas. In fact, I'm kind of surprised I haven't made myself pajamas out of them yet. You could use fleece or sweatpant material, waffle knit, any sort of heavy knit fabric I think would work really well for the Lanes. I probably will be doing this very soon. And if you're looking for a simple self-drafting tutorial for pajama pants, you can follow this beginner tutorial by Melly Sews. Another garment that makes a very good gift is a quilted vest. My Ruby vest pattern works really well for this. I have heard from a ton of people who have made others gifts from this pattern. You can make a basic quilted vest from it, or some people go the extra mile and do patchwork or quilt blocks. I've even had a few people make holiday specific Ruby vests, like this one from So Spicious, which she made last year and I have not stopped thinking about it. It is so cute. It's very like kindergarten teacher in the best way. Final recommendation I have for you, which was submitted by one of my followers and I loved the idea, was a gift card that you give somebody for you to sew something for them. So basically it's like a voucher where you say, I'll make whatever you want me to make, which if you are a sewist, you know, is a very kind, generous gift. But I think in most cases, we would love to do it. So there you have it. That concludes our holiday sewing list. I have compiled this list in a readable format for you and linked it in the description. And if you have go-to holiday projects of your own, by all means, please share them in the comments for everyone. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe if you even care, and happy holidays.